Now, every parent knows that raising kids is not an easy job, but one mum is getting a lot of attention for her approach to motherhood. She says if your kids don't like you, you're probably doing something right.
If you're trying to do the right thing and parent your children, them not liking you is not terminal. It's not going to last forever. You know what's terminal? Them turning into entitled, bratty adults the rest of the world now has to deal with. That's terminal. But them not liking you, that's not going to last forever.
She's tipped red wine on a cereal, I think. So should parents be friends with their kids, or do our children need to toughen up and go it alone? Nanny to the stars, Philippa Christian, joins us live with the answers. Welcome back. Really lovely to see you again. Last time we spoke to you, you were doing the Hollywood thing with all that, so it's nice to see you again. What do we think about this mum's approach? And you've seen a lot of mums, mostly Hollywood ones. Is this being too harsh, or does her approach have merit?
Well, I'm not too sure about mixing her wine with her ice cream, but I think that there's some substance to some of the things she's saying. But at the end of the day, we're always told to not be friends with our children, and I think it's quite a horrible thing. I've been very fortunate to be welcomed into a lot of homes, and I've seen what's worked and what hasn't worked. A lot of the authoritative parents who don't tend to befriend their children don't open up to them. They're not sort of encouraging an open conversation, and they don't know everything to do with their children that they sort of should be knowing at that age. Whereas parents who buy alcohol for their children and go out partying with them, that's not right either. But somewhere in between is totally fine.
And it's finding that space, isn't it? Because it's so murky in there.
It is.
It's like, what's right, what's wrong, where's the line?
Yeah.
Here's another video. It's gone viral. It makes fun of social media-obsessed families. Take a look at this.
What, we're just not going to post anything today now? Our child just doesn't exist? People are going to start to ask questions. It's 9:33 a.m. and we haven't even posted anything yet. People will think he's dead.
I haven't seen that. You've looked after lots of famous families and their kids. Have you seen parents who are more obsessed with posting pics than spending quality time? Are always looking for the next photo opportunity instead of enjoying that moment?
Unfortunately, I mean, it's a new way of communicating these days, but we need to realise that children are humans as well, and they are entitled to the same amounts of privacy and respect that we as adults are. Yeah. A lot of the very sort of A-list big stars don't tend to do it as much. I think because they're more sort of aware of what's involved with the safety issues.
Right. So it'd be the B and C list, looking for a bit of, love.
Here are some examples. I've been Ice and Coco. They have their baby out there all the time.
Yes.
That you see these pictures of their new little baby on Instagram all the time.
Well, I think that, look, it's absolutely paramount as caregivers and parents that we give our children the highest possible level of care, whether it's in regards to health or safety and security. And a lot of these parents don't realise just how dangerous it is. I mean, in our everyday life, we don't come across pedophiles or people who are wanting to kidnap children and hold them for ransom. We don't think it's sort of normal, but these people are out there. And when you do have children on social media, you're opening them up to all kinds of things. I mean, you only have to sort of scroll through a Instagram feed and you can quite easily pick up on things that the child likes, whether it's a certain type of Barbie doll or whether they like a certain frozen yogurt stand. And the thing is, once we're familiarised with these kinds of things, it's quite easy for a stranger to spark up a conversation with this child. It can be very, very dangerous, and we need to think about that. I think it really overrides. It's the parent's desire overriding the rights of the child, and I don't think it's safe. I think that you just should never risk something like that, the safety of a child.
Yeah, well, some get it right. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, you barely see their child. Eva Mendes, Ryan Gosling have just had their second baby, and you haven't even seen the first one. So some celebs do manage to get it right.
Yes. But are they going on doing big magazine spreads, so they're not doing stuff on the internet and then they go on and do big magazine stuff?
Trying to keep it scarce, no.
No. Okay. Now, more and more men are choosing to be stay-at-home dads. Do you think there's still a stigma attached to stay-at-home dads, to male carers?
Look, I think that, you know, the old way of thinking of the developing world is not very helpful. I think we are slowly changing the narrative and celebrating women in the workforce. We too should be celebrating more men and fathers becoming prominent in the community. I think it's a great thing. I think it's very brave of fathers. With a lot of women now in corporate and executive roles, they are tending to become the breadwinners of the family, so there are a lot of stay-at-home dads, and I think it's great. I think it's, you know, it's really nice that fathers can spend more time with their children, and I think that, you know, if you're a mother at, you know, at school pickup and you've got a clique of friends, it's nice to bring those fathers in and support them. And they say, there's an old African proverb which says it takes a village to raise a child, and I definitely agree. And I think we need to support our dads because it's a lovely thing, I think.
Yeah, on the flip side, do you think women get unfairly judged if they do work and work full-time?
Yes, I know, but I think as well, a happy parent equals happy children, and so I think that if some mothers just aren't as driven to be a stay-at-home mum, and that's okay as well. We just need to be aware that a happy family is what's more important, I think.
Terrific, absolutely true. Oh, great to see you again.
Great to see you.
We'll see you again soon.
Yeah, thank you.